up, YouTube? Sean the Average Angler here, and we have some more reels to unbox for our bargain reel. Call it a showdown. Showdown, hoedown, mowdown at the lowdown, something, I don't know. Anyway, I got a couple more reels yesterday. These ones were really inexpensive, got them off of AliExpress. No surprise here, it's the Kastking, and this is the Spartacus 2. So let's take a look at what we got. Well, not impressed with the packaging. I think they were 28 bucks, so I don't know what I was expecting there. Reel wrapped in plastic. An ugly Kastking sticker. I won't put that on my boat or my truck. But they do give you some stickers for your reel. That's kind of cool. If you guys have noticed what I've showed you, some of my rods, they have labels on them. Not with the date, just with the pound test. So, well, you can see it fits in my big mitts, no problem. Fairly small reel. It's tight. This isn't really a surprise. This is the reel that the friend of mine had on his frog rod. He'd been fishing it as his frog rod reel for a couple of years. And what I will say is it's a good looking reel. 7.2 to 1 is what I got. Says line capacity 10 pound, 140 yards. And then I don't know about that. It looks small, but you never know. I have a scale right here because these say they are really, really light. So let's check it. Wow. Comes in lighter than what they said. It's straight up 6 ounces. Six ounces. Wow. So the material here is, this isn't metal like the Pisky Fun, but I like the grips. The handle here is a little on the short side. But the spool tensioner is not a clicker style. But the drag is. Okay. Overall, good looking reel. I have fished it. So we'll just leave it at that until I get it out on the water. Weigh it again at 6 ounces. That's impressive. Light, very light. All right, so that's one of them. We'll get that spooled up today. Again, I'm gonna do 15 pound big game on all these reels. Here's the next one. It's another Kastking. It's the Crixus. And I'll have to look this up for you in a second on the price. This one was a little bit more. and it looks like the packaging. Okay, much nicer box, slips over the top. It's got foam inside. Let's just weigh it right now. Yeah, 7.2 ounces. A little bit more of a feel of a normal sized bait caster. Okay, the frame is still the same material, 6.5 to 1, 110 yards of 12-pound test. Which I'm more apt to believe this one because it just feels actually it feels smoother too. I have to look at my phone to get the price, but if I remember right, this one was like 32 bucks. Now, I will say this. The Spartacus has a little... The Spartacus, just good looking reel, right? If you look at the spool, it's got the nice machine spool, black with red highlights. It's got some red highlights on the handles. This, of course, is a funky ass color. The spool does not look near as expensive. However, the gearbox down here looks much bigger than the gearbox here. As you can see there. It still palms just as nice because this just sticks down below the rod when you put it in the reel seat. It has the round EVA foam grips, but this one just spins nicer. I believe what it was $32 to $36 for the Crixus. 7+1 bearings. And 7+1 bearings. So really, other than the side plate area being much bigger on the Crixus, it looked fairly similar. The Crixus feels like it has some sort of rubber type coating or something over the plastic compared to the Spartacus, and it could just be this is shiny and this is... All right, well, my alarm just went off, so it interrupted the video. So the good news is I took that opportunity to go in and check the price. The Spartacus 2 was $28. The Crixus was $30. So $2 difference, okay? And then there was some tax and all that stuff for the lovely state of California. They got to have their hands in everything around here. So my initial thought, and I really hate to say this just because I like the look better of the black reel, but my initial impression, if I was buying more, I think would be on the Crixus. It's just, I don't know, it feels smoother, feels a little sturdier. It's 1.2 ounces heavier, I honestly don't think, no matter what size angler you are, I don't think that's going to matter. Both have pretty highly rated drags. And the only concern I have about these is the plastic feet mounting to the rod. Okay, overall I don't think it's going to be a big issue. I haven't heard about a lot of them breaking or anything like that. It seems to be that people either love the Kastking or they hate it. There's not a lot of in between, and when I see that, I just don't put a lot of credence into something being junk. Okay, do I expect them to be like my $230 Daiwas? No, not at all. That's not the market they're competing with. I'm doing this to find out a good solid bargain reel. And look, 28 and 30 bucks, folks. I would say these are pretty darn bargain. The Pisky Fun was 60. The Pisky Fun has an aluminum frame. Okay, so it's much more like the more expensive reels in that aspect. Most reels, you're not going to get into the aluminum body until you're spending over 100 bucks. With that in mind, let me know. I'm kind of tossing around the idea of possibly getting an Abu Garcia to throw into the mix. There's some $50 Abu Garcias out there, and just for the record, I did get 2 of the Spartacus. Right now I'd wished I'd got 2 of the Crixus. The Crixus does come in different colors. I believe they're different colors based off the gear ratio. I just went with a different gear ratio to fill some niche. You know, most of the time, those 6.5s, the 6 gear ratings, I'm typically using for crankbaits, chatterbaits, that kind of thing. For jigs and that kind of stuff, I really prefer in a swim bait the 7 gear ratio. And sometimes 8, just in case. Sometimes they eat the jig and they hit it really hard and they're coming at you. They'll knock 3-4 foot of slack in your line and come at you. And it's just nice to have that extra line pickup when you need to catch up to them. All right, so it is Sunday on Memorial Day weekend. I'm gonna string up some reels with line today. I'm gonna go up to the local lake here. I'll be walking the bank. My lovely county doesn't allow boats on the water. We used to, but not anymore. Anyway, look for that video to come. We'll get some initial impressions. Right now, all 3 reels feel pretty dang solid. And yeah, this is going to be fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.